If you've been around here for a while, you already know that I'm no stranger to ChatGPT. In fact, over the past couple of years, I've been diving deep into how we as indie authors can use it not only to boost our creativity, do our outlines, that sort of thing, but we can also use it to streamline and support our entire author business. And today, we're going to take it one step further. This week's episode is all about what's possible when you build a custom ChatGPT project. Not a custom GPT, let me be clear, this is a project. And this is one that then becomes your personal assistant. Sound intriguing? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm calling it your ChatGPT PA, and trust me, this isn't just another productivity hack. It's about creating a centralized space that holds everything you need for your writing life. From your newsletter and social media preferences to your launch strategy, personal energy cycles, and yes, even things like your human design or astrology, if that's your jam. It's totally mine, and so of course, my PA has this in it, right? Now, this idea has been brewing for a while, and it's the natural next step in what's become a full series of masterclasses I've created to help authors, help you get the most out of this AI tool, whether you're a total beginner or someone who's been experimenting with it already. And if you're ready to actually build this assistant alongside me, I've got you covered. This Friday, June 20th, I'm hosting a brand new live masterclass called ChatGPT PA, your AI-powered author assistant, where I'll walk you through how to set it all up step by step. You can sign up by heading over to authorrevolution.org/masterclasses, and you'll see the live class listed right at the top. But while you're there, take a scroll. You'll also find the full vault of previous masterclasses starting at just $11, because I believe in making this kind of support accessible. And let's be honest, we don't need more gatekeeping in the indie author world, right? And there are plenty of other ChatGPT masterclasses that will build on like the knowledge and everything that's going into this particular class. All right, so let's get into what your ChatGPT PA can actually do for you and why it might be the smartest addition to your author business yet. So, as you know, through my previous podcasts, through things that we've talked about through the years, being an indie author, it's a lot. We have a lot of hats, a lot of hats. We're not just writing books, we're planning launches, writing newsletters, posting on social, managing ads, keeping track of timelines, building relationships with readers. And somewhere in all of that, we're supposed to still have time and energy to create. It's a lot to juggle, and if you've ever felt like you're constantly switching hats, you're not alone. That's why I started leaning on ChatGPT more seriously in my own author business. It's part of the reason why experimenting with it was so much fun, right? At first, it was just little things like brainstorming a newsletter or helping to tweak some ad copy or outline my book or give me some productivity hacks for how I can schedule my day. But the more I used it, the more I realized that this could be something way, way bigger, especially as ChatGPT continued to evolve over the years. When custom GPTs came online, that was a next big step. Now projects are the next thing, and this is just an absolute total game changer. So I want you to ponder this. What if ChatGPT wasn't just a helper for one-off tasks, but a reliable assistant that actually knows how you run things, that remembers your brand voice, your writing schedule, your launch plans for the whole year or beyond, right? And can help you stay on top of everything. That's where the idea of the ChatGPT PA came from. This isn't about replacing creativity or outsourcing your intuition. It's also not saying that real life PAs aren't something that we should lean on either. This is about having a tool that lightens your load, or if you're just trying to really organize your thoughts and keep all of your own branding and information in one place, this keeps all of those moving parts organized so that you can focus on the work that matters most, writing those great stories and connecting with your readers. Because let's be honest, most of us aren't in a place to hire that full-time assistant. And even if we were, wouldn't it be amazing to have something custom built to your way of working, ready 24/7 and able to evolve alongside of you? Not only that you can use, but also your assistant. So that's what we're creating here. And in just a minute, I'm going to walk you through exactly what kind of tasks this assistant can handle for you, because I've been working with this for a long time. I've been tweaking it based on how I want my day to start, the kind of vibe I'm trying to go for, all of the things. And so spoiler alert, it's probably more than you think. But first, I just want to plant a little seed, okay? You don't have to do your author career, your writing, all of it alone, okay? And if a tool like this can support your creative flow and help you stay consistent with your goals, it's worth exploring. This is not a scary tool. It's not the big bad that people were talking about in the very beginning. This tool is revolutionary. And if you're not using it, if you're not implementing in some way, shape, or form so that you can understand how it works, you, my friend, I'm so sorry to say this, but you are going to fall behind. You don't have to use it for writing. You can use it for other things, but I encourage you and implore you to start using it. All right, so let's talk about this good stuff and what exactly your ChatGPT PA can do for you. Because once you start building this out, it's not just about having a place to toss random prompts. It becomes your centralized go-to hub for your entire author career. And when I say that, I mean everything from the big picture planning to the nitty-gritty daily tasks that you don't want to have to deal with or keep remembering. So, I mean, when you think about your author career, think about any of those repetitive things that you do over and over that kind of just get on your nerves. I'm not a person who likes to do repetition, so some things just kind of drive me a little bit bonkers. And so I like to offload that information in a way that I don't have to, number one, repeat the task to ChatGPT, and number two, I don't have to really put a whole lot of thought back into doing a certain thing. So here's a snapshot of what's possible and what we're going to be talking about in this masterclass on Friday. Number one, planning and organization. This is a huge thing, right? Us authors, we are creative beings. We're not always the most organized. Not all of you are, crazy double Virgos like myself, right? So imagine having your own assistant who helps you plan your week, organize your content calendar, track upcoming launches, and even remind you of your personal goals. You can map it all out inside of your GPT project and revisit it anytime without digging through a million Google Docs or having your own calendar full of all the things. It will literally remember what day it is of the week, of the month, of the year, reference it based off of your information of what you're trying to do for the year, and remind you what needs to get done this week. It's pretty amazing. Number two is email and newsletter support. So we've talked about newsletters through a custom GPT in one of my previous masterclasses. Now, this is actually taking that same concept and really kind of putting it on steroids, because not only is it going to understand your newsletter support and setup, it's going to understand your entire business plan and your stories and everything else. I mean, it's going to really next level your newsletters. So whether you're feeling stuck on what to write this week or just need help crafting a subject line that actually gets clicks, your ChatGPT PA's got you, right? It can draft emails in your voice, help brainstorm engaging content, and even repurpose old emails for new campaigns. It will remember, like if you have certain segments that you do every single week, it will remember the flow of the segments. It will remember to prompt you what comes next. And you can just continue to go through the entire thing. It's amazing. I use it all the time. Okay, number three is social media content creation. I have been leaning so much more heavily on social media for video. So I've been doing a lot of YouTube content and TikTok content, right? And now I'm not doing it so much for my books at the moment or Author Revolution. I'm focusing on this new version of myself, this Manifest Differently, a lot more this year, and putting more emphasis and interest into that side. But here's the thing that you need to know. You can teach it your preferred platforms, your brand tone, and how often you like to post. It'll then help you draft content, brainstorm ideas, or even come up with fun seasonal campaigns that match your vibe. And you can also do that for newsletters too, right? So like if you are writing a newsletter and you're completely clueless on what to write about, you can just tap into the huge store of information of what ChatGPT knows about the season, about the energies, about, special holidays this month, like whatever it might be. Chat's going to help you to create some more engaging content, right? So there's no more staring at a blank content calendar and not taking action. Not only can it help you create it and plan it, but it can help you remember to implement it. It's incredible. Number four is creative brainstorming. Now, this one obviously is a personal favorite of mine. I've been teaching how to use creative brainstorming, how to use it for planning your series through the 4 Books, 5 Days course. Like we have all sorts of ways that we can use creative brainstorming with ChatGPT. Now, your assistant can help you flesh out plot ideas, character arcs, book titles, blurbs, taglines, you name it. And because it's a custom GPT project, it can remember your series, the details, genre, themes, and even your preferred tropes. This gets very detailed. It understands your business like it was your second brain. I kid you not. It's amazing. Okay, number 5. This one is a fun one. Okay, so woo-friendly personalization. Now, if you're like me and you like to work with astrology or your human design or your Clifton strengths, any of these things, any of your personality preferences, Enneagram, you can build that into. Okay, so if you want your assistant to remind you when Mercury is about to go retrograde or suggest launch dates that align with your human design energy, you can absolutely do that. But of course, if woo's not your thing, you can go ahead and skip that too. It's all completely customizable. It's up to you about what is important to your author career, your business, and how you want it to be built, and the things that you want ChatGPT to help you with. And now, number 6 is just to remember that this is your career command center. All of this lives in one place. It's right there in a custom GPT project. So it's not a custom GPT, it's a project. It becomes a growing knowledge base that learns your systems, your voice, and your preferences. Whether you're writing your 30th book or your second, it scales with you and remembers things. And what's great about it is like you can put in your PDFs, you can do information about your books, you can brainstorm things so that it knows certain aspects about your character that no one else knows. There's so much that you can do here. And so this project becomes the command center of it all. The key thing here is that it isn't a tool you have to start over with every single time. This is your digital assistant. It's tailored and trained and available when you need it. And yes, it takes a little bit of that setup, but once it's in place, it is a game changer. And the best part is, like, there's so much that you can do here. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in this Friday's masterclass. So if you're listening to all of this and thinking, okay, Carissa, this sounds like exactly what I need, but I also need to know, how do I actually build something like this? Then, like I said, you're in luck, because this Friday, June 20th, I am hosting a brand new live masterclass called ChatGPT PA, your AI-powered author assistant. And I'm going to walk you through this entire setup process step by step. This is your chance to build a customized GPT project, something that's not just helpful once, but becomes your ongoing author business assistant. I'll show you how to input your preferences, organize your systems, and really train it to function the way that you work best, okay? So from content calendars and character tracking to tone of voice, energy cycles, everything's on the table. So if you've got questions, I encourage you to bring them. But here's the thing. This masterclass isn't just another watch and figure it out later situation. When you join the live session, you'll also get a chance to ask questions, get real-time feedback, like I said, and see actual examples as we go live. I will show you what my custom GPT project looks like. So that's why the live class is $37, because you're not just getting the training, you're also getting direct access to me as your guide during this session. But if that price point doesn't quite work for you, or if you can't attend live, don't worry. Every masterclass I run eventually lands on the masterclass vault page, and you can access the replay there starting at just $11. This is a part of my, what I like to call the Araya aligned contribution model. Now, if you don't know what Araya is, I encourage you to go over to TikTok, and this is the Manifest Differently TikTok, so at Manifest Differently, and see what that was, because I channeled something pretty awesome about what a lot of us who are feeling like misaligned to money need to do when it comes to shifting the vibe and calling in something different. And so I channeled something that is all about a different way of viewing money. And it's bigger than that, but I want you to just get like a little hint about why I've changed pricing models, about what has happened there, and what the heck Array is. Okay, so this means that you can pay what feels right and still get the support that you need, okay? So if you can only pay $11 after the class is launched, totally cool. If you can pay more, then you're just helping other authors be able to access this content, because it is supporting the entire community. And it's because knowledge should be accessible, especially for indie authors. It should also be empowering, no matter where you're at in your author journey. There's information here that is going to absolutely change the game for you, and it could launch the trajectory of your author career into the stratosphere. So whether you're brand new to ChatGPT or you've been using it in bits and pieces, this class is designed to give you the bigger picture and the practical steps to make it a real part of your author business strategy. There are other classes that go with this. If you have never done ChatGPT before, I encourage you to check out the masterclasses for ChatGPT because they are going to each build upon the other. Last month's class, for instance, was all about what's the difference between a normal ChatGPT conversation, a custom GPT, and now the projects. And as we move forward into this particular class, I'm going to at least assume to a certain degree that you know what a project is, all right? So to sign up for the live session, like I said, or to check out the other vault of classes available, just head over to authorrevolution.org/masterclasses. Everything is right there waiting for you. They're pretty easy to understand which is which. They're color coded. If you want mindset and manifestation, they're either pink or white. If you are looking for strategy or ChatGPT, they are either green or black. Okay. It's very easy to see who's teaching the class because each image has the teacher front and center. And honestly, I think you're going to love what's possible with this particular class to know what an assistant can do for you once it's up and running. Okay, so here's the bottom line in all of this. You don't need to keep doing all of this alone. The indie author path is incredible, but it is also at times overwhelming, especially when you're neurodivergent or you're trying to manage everything from writing and publishing to marketing and connecting with those readers, right? Tools like ChatGPT aren't here to replace your creativity. They're here to support it, to give you more mental space, more flow, and yes, even a little more joy in the process. So building your ChatGPT PA is like investing in a smarter, more streamlined way to run your author business, one that's aligned with how you work and that grows with you over time. And honestly, it's one of the most empowering things I've done for myself in the last few years. And I can't wait to show you how to do it too. I mean, I'm not just an author. I do a lot of different things. And so it understands the gamut of all that I do. So if you're ready to build yours, head over to authorrevolution.org/masterclasses to join the live session or browse the vault of replays. Whether you're signing up for this Friday's class or checking out one of the earlier sessions, there's something there that can help you take the next steps with clarity and confidence. And of course, if you want the full show notes and all the links mentioned today, you can also find everything over at authorrevolution.org/273. Until next time, keep writing, keep dreaming big, and remember, you are not alone in this. You've got the tools, you've got support, and you've got the power to shape your author career in a way that truly, truly works for you. So go forth and start your author revolution.